For decades, humanoid robots were pure science fiction, right? Think C-3PO or Rosie the Robot. They were this fun, futuristic idea. Well, that fantasy is becoming science fact, and it's happening faster than any of us expected. So let's just dive right in. So let's just put the question right out there. Are humanoid robots still sci-fi? Honestly, the answer to that gets a little more complicated every single day. The prototypes we're seeing now, they're really starting to move beyond those clunky lab experiments and into the real world. In fact, I think it's pretty safe to say we're not waiting for the robot revolution anymore. We are officially in the era of humanoid robots. This is a time when huge companies and even entire countries are in this high-stakes race to build these machines and figure out how to weave them into our lives. But why the human shape? Why not a robot on wheels? Well, it's actually super practical. First off, our world is built for us. Just think about it for a second. Stairs, doorknobs, tools, everything is designed for a human body. A humanoid robot doesn't need us to rebuild everything for it. Plus, they can step in to fill critical labor gaps and take on the jobs that are dangerous, super dull, or just plain dirty, which could free us up for more creative stuff. This brings us to the competition, which, believe me, is heating up like crazy. So let's do a quick run-through of the key players who are all racing to build this robotic future. Now, what's really fascinating here is just how different the strategies are. You've got Tesla with this absolutely massive ambition to build billions of low-cost robots by basically using the same AI from its self-driving cars and its know-how in mass production. Then you have Figure 01, which is zeroed in on getting robots into the workforce right away. They've partnered with OpenAI, which gives their robots some pretty incredible skills in reasoning and even conversation. And then there's China, where it's not just one company, but this whole national mission, with companies like Unitree and Fourier Intelligence just innovating at a blistering pace. So you see, this race isn't just about who can make the coolest demo video for social media. For any of these contenders to actually win, the real finish line comes down to three things: raw capability, getting the cost way down, and having the manufacturing muscle to actually build millions of these things. And that brings up a really crucial question. We've all seen robots that can perfectly repeat some pre-programmed task. But what's the real difference between a robot that's just a puppet and one that can think, adapt, and really act like a true partner? Well, the answer isn't in the metal, it's in the brain.
All right, so let's go inside the AI brain. This is where the real magic happens. It's the part that transforms a pile of motors and sensors into a machine that can actually function. It's all about how the robot goes from just seeing the world to actually doing something in it.
At the very heart of it all is, of course, artificial intelligence, AI. For what we're talking about, just think of AI as the software brain. It's what lets the robot understand the world through its sensors, learn from what happens, and decide what to do next. It's basically the difference between a remote-controlled car and a self-driving one. Okay, so the basic thought process is really a constant feedback loop. Step 1, its cameras and sensors see the world. Step 2, the AI understands what it's seeing, like, oh, that's a coffee cup. Step 3, it plans what to do next. Step 4, it acts by sending commands to its motors. And this is the really important part. Step 5, its sensors feel the result, like, am I gripping this cup too hard? And it adjusts in real time. And this simple loop, it's great for picking up a block or walking across a flat floor. But how do robots like Figure 01 handle a vague command like, hey, tidy up the room? Or answer questions while they're working? How do they handle real complexity? The answer, and this is really the secret sauce to all of this, is in something we can call the power of prompting. It's not just about what the AI knows, it's about how we talk to it to unlock its intelligence. Just take a look at this. A basic command like, make coffee, while that can be pretty ambiguous, the robot could get confused. But with these more advanced prompting techniques, the AI can take that simple command and create its own internal monologue, breaking the big goal down into a logical series of small, manageable steps. That ability to reason is a total game changer. This technique actually has a name. It's called chain of thought prompting, and it's amazing. By simply telling the AI to think step by step, its ability to solve complex problems just skyrockets. It basically mimics how we would reason through a tough challenge, which helps keep the AI from jumping to the wrong conclusion. And there's another really powerful technique called retrieval augmented generation, or RAG for short. This is kind of like giving the robot a library card. Instead of only using the information it was trained on, it can look up real-time info from an outside source, like a user manual or a live inventory database. That makes sure its actions are accurate and relevant to what's happening right now.
So here's the crucial takeaway. The massive leap in robot capability that we are all seeing right now, it isn't just about better motors or sharper sensors. It's a software revolution, and it's being driven by a much, much smarter way of communicating with the AI brain. So, with all these incredibly powerful hardware and software tools finally coming together, what does our robotic future really look like? Let's zoom back out for a second and think about both the incredible potential and some of the serious pitfalls. Yeah, it's definitely not all going to be smooth sailing. There are some major hurdles we're going to have to figure out. Job displacement is a huge concern. We've got to make sure these machines can operate safely and ethically around people. And of course, there's the challenge of cost and just making them accessible, not to mention simply getting public acceptance for living and working right alongside them. And really, this quote sums it up perfectly. We are at the very, very beginning of this new era. The technology is moving at an incredible speed, and the path forward is lined with just as much promise as it is with genuine challenges that we're all going to have to solve together. Which leaves us with the ultimate question. This isn't science fiction anymore. These robots are coming. They're going to be in our factories, our stores, and yeah, eventually our homes. So when they finally arrive in our world, what are we going to ask them to do?